Alright guys, welcome back to our channel. I appreciate you guys popping in today. Today's video is a little bit of a recap of what we've learned doing the Collective Genius Mastermind, and also the importance about networking and how you need to implement networking in order to be successful with anything you're trying to do. So stay tuned, and I appreciate you guys watching. Alright guys, welcome back. So for those who do not know me, my name is Max Vollmer. Together with my wife Kaitlin Vollmer, we've started a real estate business that is currently working fully virtual. We've started a fully virtual real estate business, started in the wholesaling space, started wholesaling land, and are transitioning more and more into fix and flip rehabs, holding rentals, and along the way into these small apartment buildings, while still being in school, while still being a full-time college athlete,
represent University of Oregon
and competing for the German national team. So if we can do it, you guys can do it too. But the last video was a vlog, and this vlog, the link is going to be below in the description, so go and check it out. We went to Florida. We do those things 3 to 4 times a year, and we meet a bunch of really high successful real estate investors. It's a get together of the top 2% of real estate investors within the United States. Everyone is in a different niche, everyone is in a different industry, different market, but we all come together and we give and we take. So it's all about giving something and receiving something from others. So everyone is presenting their business, everyone is giving something to people and is asking for something, and the collective group out of all those people who have a bunch of success already are kind of like talking you through and how they do it, right? So if we, for example, we ask for a better disposition strategy, a better disposition process, and how to hire this, or I guess what criteria we should look for a disposition, a junior manager, and there are a bunch of people that already have a really good disposition team, so they can give us all those information for us to implement it. And then some people ask about just building culture, which is something that we are really good within our company, building culture within our team, especially while we're in a virtual team. And some of the people were asking, and switching to virtual, so we could give them something on how we do it. So it's a give and take relationship, and we really appreciate, the insights we gained and the people that we talk to. It's a bunch of people, the same mindset, getting together. So those ones are always amazing connections. And they're young people just like us in the mid-20s, completely crushing it. But they're also people, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Some people have been in the real estate industry longer than I've been alive. So there's a good mix of, new innovation, people with new ideas coming in, and also some people with innovations and ideas that have, succeeded over decades, and they can give you a lot of insights because they've experienced so many, ups and downs within the real estate industry. So that was really amazing. The main speaking part, I guess the main introduction of the entire event was just talking about profitability, profit first real estate investing, and how to really, do the right accounting in order to be profitable. So there's a bunch of, accounting strategies. We talked about the sales and acquisition process, what is going to be important now moving forward, being successful while real estate is getting more competitive, while more people entering the market, and what you need to do in order to get your acquisition up. We talked about some new regulations, TCPA regulations that might affect, acquisition if you're doing cold calling or texting campaigns. We talked about optimizing those things. We talked a lot about just like building internal systems to be more efficient and to be more flexible on how you operate. So there was a lot of really good input, and we took a bunch of it with us. And what we're going to do now is obviously building out our disposition team, and then from there kind of like focusing more on our markets and really trying to dominate our markets by building, real relationships with the city, planning department, developers, contractors, realtors. So we are ahead of the game, and we know things that outside investors might not know coming into that market, that really allows us to be more profitable, get those pocket listings, and turn around our listings quicker. Because we built that buyers list. So our whole disposition channel is now focusing on building buyers lists, building relationships with investors, cash buyers, developers, so we can actively hunt for what kind of properties they're looking. And also they're trying Also, we talked about the whole, strategy of getting more people involved within your business from a private lending perspective, so you can get more deals out there. Because if you find the right deals, there's money going to be available to have those deals being funded, as long as you're the entrepreneur, right? You're bringing money, resources together to do projects, to do deals. And to sum it up, the most important thing about that was just the networking piece, and that's really what I think is the most important for everyone to be successful in business. Networking is number one, right? You're only as good as the people you know, so better make sure you know a lot of really good people, and you don't want to be the smartest in the room. That's one of the things I've learned. I like to be in a room where I almost feel like I'm the dumbest in that room, and everyone is just so much smarter and better, because this is where you can just be the sponge, sitting there and sucking everything you get, taking it, turning it around, and doing the same thing, right? All those strategies people have worked on for years, you just suck it in, you learn it, you take it, you implement it, you use it yourself. And especially obviously with the internet, it's so easy to have access to networks, right? So if you guys are, for example, interested in real estate, you guys can go into local real estate investor groups. This is a group obviously where you find a bunch of people that are in your market, in real estate. There's going to be a bunch of really nice connections you can do on LinkedIn. You can just go through Facebook and social media within your hashtags and find people that are in that space and reach out to them and build those connections, right? You'll be surprised how many people are actually interested in, giving something back to you. It's all about give and take, right? Everyone made it that far because they've received something from somebody else, right? They had a mentor and they've received a lot of insights from him to get to that point. And once you're able to accomplish something, you want to give back to people. And this is also something that really inspired us, right? We had a bunch of people that helped us to get to where we want to be. We had mentors, we had amazing mentors. When nobody was believing in us, we had mentors believing in us. We were able to take some of their systems, some of the recommendations, some of their experience to really build a business, right? Because you're kind of like just out there in a big ocean with a bunch of sharks, and you need to have those rocks to hold on to, and people just to ask questions and just to look over your ideas and processes, so you don't have to do those mistakes they did, right? We had some ideas where we thought, oh my gosh, that's it's a great idea, and then we talked it through with some of our mentors, and they said, listen, I've done the same thing a couple years ago, and this is what happens. You can do it, but make sure you tweak X, Y, Z in order for you to be really successful. Those things we don't know, so we hadn't go through the mistake, or we haven't had to fail to learn. We could learn it right away, and we're able to succeed right away. So mentoring is key, and it's not just in business, right? It's in sports. Everyone knows that in sports it's really important to have a coach, and that's the same thing for business, right? Having a coach, having somebody who's willing to make you better, willing to invest in you to be the best version of yourself. So that's ultimately what it's going to take. And then just investing in yourself is the number one. I guess in this case number two. It's the networking, I think, is number one, and number two is just investing in yourself, like self-educating yourself, going out there watching videos. If you want to be in social media, spend the time to actually look at stuff that gives you insights into things that you want to accomplish. Do detailed research about it. There's so much research out there on the internet. I mean, every single question can almost be answered, right? And you'll find people that have answers, and you connect to them, and then be proactive in reaching out. The reaching out factor is what a lot of people holds back. They see somebody successful and they have maybe a bunch of followers, they don't want to reach out to them. But a bunch of people also offer obviously like a paid mentorship service, and those things are good. Find the right mentor and pay for them. That's also something that you guys should consider, because it's not an expense. At the end of the day, it's an investment, right? We paid a bunch of money too along the way for mentorship, and we never saw it as an expense, right? We saw it as an investment, because if you put 2-3K or something into a conversation, let's say you have a 4-hour conversation with somebody who has done it for years, who knows exactly what they do. You put $4,000 in there to have a conversation with them, to have their time, because obviously their time is valuable, right? As bigger those people are, as more they're gonna charge, because their time is really valuable. But if you use the time wisely within that 4 hours, they will give you more back that you can turn around and quickly make that cash back, right? So it's an investment that helps you to grow and scale. Investing in yourself, investing in mentorship, education, use your money wisely, right? Use your money to educate yourself, to be smarter. There's a bunch of resources also for free available to get started. You know, books, YouTube videos, you name it. Everything that is out there can help you guys. And then the networking piece, you have to be really, really proactive. That's what we have learned, right? We talked, or we kind of like used our small circle about people that we actually know. We asked them, hey, do you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who does what we want to do, right? And then you find just 1 or 2 people that actually do it. You talk to them. They might not be the mentors or the people that actually know the things that you want to do, but they might know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, right? And this is how you build that chain, by going through the people, building relationships, making them feel like, okay, they can give you something, and then they expand their network towards you. So it's all about asking. You have to ask people to help you, and you have to ask people for, you know, people they know that they can help you. And then all of a sudden you will build that tree. You know, you start here, and then you will build a tree of a bunch of people that know people, that know people, that know people, and so on. And then you're up there where you have a bunch of connections, and then you can pick the really good ones, the right ones, that fit your, you know, spiritual and emotional perspectives. Obviously has to connect, right? You guys have to be on the same page in whatever you try to envision in your personal goals, and finding those people is what's gonna make a huge freaking difference, right? It can literally cut 10 years of learning out of the curve and get you right to where you want to be, because you can just hold on to them and take the experience. And I mean, nobody's giving stuff out there for free now these days, right? But taking the time and investing in it, or even figuring some kind of, you know, payment structure out with some people that offer mentorship. Now also be really careful. There are a bunch of people out there that do not really add value. So always go for the value approach. Do all your research, see what those people stand for, see what's their background, you know, where they're coming from, and are they really trying to add value to you, and is their goal and their mission to make you a better you know, an entrepreneur, investor, person, athlete, whatever it might be, or are they just trying to make cash from being a mentor? So you have to be careful there too. But you know, those things, there's going to be a bunch of people that just do it because they like you. So if you build those relationships, if you invest in it, you know, sending people some gift cards and those kind of things, small appreciation for their time, if they have internal, you know, conversations with you, and just making them feel special is going to be opening a bunch of doors for you guys. So take this into consideration. You know, the next contact that is going to change your life might only be one ask away. So go and ask for it, and go and crush it. Thank you guys for watching today. I really appreciate you watching until the end. If you guys haven't done it already, please like and subscribe to our videos. Let us know in the comments below what other stuff we need to talk about to give value to you, right? It's all about giving value to people. We are here to give something to you. So let us know what videos you guys want us to create, and then we will go ahead and create those videos for you. Any other questions, drop them down below. And like I said, like and subscribe. Thank you.